As smooth as always. Hi, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the first episode, or the episode 0, I should say, of Power and Justice. So this is Power and Justice. This is a thing that I've been talking over with some buddies of mine. Excuse me. I've been talking to folks on the interwebs about that I've been wanting to do. Coming to you live from the luxurious bedroom of my house. So it's not fancy. I know it's not fancy, but we're being broadcast right now on Twitch, on Periscope, and on YouTube, and a bunch of other places. I am about to put this. I sort of want to put this thing together with your help, with other folks' help as well. Because obviously we got this chat right here that's available through Restream.io, where if you are talking to us through YouTube or Twitch or Periscope, you can come and say hi and join the conversation. But doing it also through a special Google Hangouts that I'm on right now, of some very interesting people that I want you to get to know, that I'm very happy with, and hopefully, excuse me, hopefully all around the interwebs, we'll get some folks in here to talk about the couple things that are on my mind. But let me also get on my Discord right now, and I'll put a link up on that, and heck, why not Skype as well? I'm just gonna throw a bunch of stuff, so if people want to talk to me, they can talk at me. What's going on, Captain Shane? You know, how you doing, man? Captain K. Where was the 9 a.m.? Haruko, what's going on, man? 9 a.m. chill was not here because I was getting on now. Let's see. There we are. I am on the air. If anyone would like to talk to me through Skype. And I believe also through a 800 number, or not 800 number, but it's through a Google Voice number, 850-888-3231. But I believe it's X3231, or it could be D3231. Let me see. Manage my account. What's my name on here? I'm on Skype anyways. It's 3231 Entertainment. So if you put in 3231, I'm sure you'll find me. One of those places. But yeah, I'm on the air right there. And Power and Justice specifically is something that I want to talk about, superhero related stuff. In particular, a very awesome game that some buddies are trying to put together, some people that I care about a great deal, I should say. There's a game. First of all, let me start out by saying I love comic books. Obviously, got a Batman shirt on. Hold on just a second. We had some frame rate issues right there. So I like video games, and I like comic books, and I like sci-fi and movies, and a lot of other geek stuff. And in particular, there was a game that I enjoyed for a long time called City of Heroes, where not only could you play in a comic book, but you could be your own hero in said comic book. There seems to be like a glare. Is there like a fingerprint or something on that? Does that make it clearer? That makes it clearer. That's what it was. I had a big fingerprint on my glasses, on my camera. So yeah, City of Heroes was a massive multiplayer online role-playing game that I enjoyed a lot. I grew up reading Donald Duck comics. Did you grow up wanting to be Donald Duck? I wouldn't blame you. He led a pretty good life. He was a family man and all that. Not really. I don't know why I said that. But the game City of Heroes, gosh, you know what? Let me take a look here. I want to see when City of Heroes came out. I want to say it was 2003, maybe? Something like that. City of Heroes. The game was launched in North America on April 27, 2004. But I was actually on there because when it was still being developed, it was being developed for a good few years previous to that. And I'd love to give some of the people who have been there during those times, I would love to get people on here that have experienced that and basically watched City of Heroes as it was developed. But basically, what it did was some say Uncle Scrooge has influenced you. The City of Heroes was basically about. Hey, Missing World Media is on Twitch. I had a little Lulu comic once. Missing World Media. Oh, and we got some bots in Periscope that like to repeat stuff. So let me jump in Periscope real quick so I can eliminate them. There's always got to be somebody. If they say something again, I will delete them. Hot stuff too. Dark Ether's on here. Hello, Twitchers. So we get So as you can see here on my left, on your right, you'll see that there is a chat that people on YouTube and Twitch and Periscope and all over the interwebs can join me in some good conversation. So thanks, guys, for checking me out on Twitch. Please spread the word. Tell your friends to jump in here because I'd like to talk to your friends. This is like I said, this is episode 0. Basically, me introducing what I like to do. Oh, someone deleted the old ones. Cool. Bill is one of the developers of a game that's being used. Nate, I believe, I'm going to say Missing World Media is going to be Nate. And I'm not sure who Dark Ether is. If you guys could let me know who you are in the chat, that'd be great. Because I'd like to introduce everybody to you guys as well. But, oh, Downix is also here as well. Yeah, identify yourself in chat, and I'll so that one, I may know, and two, so that I may introduce you to my friends. But so City of Heroes came out in 2004, but it spent a long time in development, and they had a forums, and I was a member of those forums, where it's like, oh my gosh, a video game where we could all get together and be superheroes, create our own characters, create our own mythos. Go around the city fighting crime and doing all that stuff. It's amazing, some of the stuff that you can do with that. So I was super excited to jump on board, and so we'd start creating what kind of character would you want to be. And Haruko's continuing the wave in chat. What kind of superhero do you want to be? What kind of I played a ton of City of Heroes, mostly Pinnacle, says Dark Ether. Excuse me. Well, I played Liberty here. Oh, cool. I played on what server did I play on? Virtue server mostly. And I think that we all had a similar experience with City of Heroes, which was it wasn't just a video game; it was a community. It was a place where we could all hang out and talk and about our appreciation of comic books and create our own stories, create our own worlds. There was a lot of role play aspect to it, which is very unlike a lot of other video games before and since. At least in my personal experience, there was genuinely like a role play, a very sentimental feeling, a very personal investment in City of Heroes, and I loved it a lot. And then when the game came out, and okay, again, let me say, all this stuff that we're talking about happened even before the game came out. We're like, get together and talk about, what will my character do with your character, and how do we team up and form supergroups, and all this stuff based off of the information that we were given a little bit at a time. My girlfriend's fighting with one of the cats. So, how do we, using what information we're receiving as we go on the development of the game, gave us a lot of ideas and made us think about what kind of stuff we wanted to do when we were in the city, when we were fighting crime. And then 2004 came out, the game came out, we were super excited. We made our characters, we got together, you got to see all these names and see all these great team-ups that we've been talking about. It was like creating our own Marvels, our own DC, our own Image. You know, creating. Sounds like an army barracks. Did it? Did you hear it? But with City of Heroes, it was fantastic to actually see people come together and as a community and do all this, just all this kick-ass storylines that we imagined and protect people in a city. And of course, later on, City of Villains came out. Some people wanted to be villains as well, which is, you know, in its own way is just as entertaining. But with the majority of us, it was mostly about telling our own story. And the way that they embraced that with the developers was they also came out with ways that not only we're going to do our stories, you know, here's what's going on in the city, all these bad guys are doing these things, but later on an architect system where you could make your own stories, you know, your own storylines, and it put the power of creativity in people's hands. Here we go. There's one of the... every once in a while, you're going to see somebody that's going to come in here like that Sholy Fly, whatever. Eventually, every once in a while, you're going to see them come in through Periscope, and just, they're like random bots. So please ignore that. A lot of that community, once City of Heroes dissolved after a while, which, does anyone here by any chance know offhand when they shut her down? Because I can try to look it up right here online, but if someone can come up with the answer quicker, that would be great. According to the Wikipedia, when someone really named like that comes in, disappointed. Someone named Show Fly. Let's see. The final live update for Shadows Live was released on May 31st, 2012. August 31st, 2012. Terminated Paragon Studios development. Last day of services on November 30th, 2012. Okay, so it was on from 2004 to 2012. Not a bad run, but definitely. My name is Pand. Kung Fu Yoda. Panda. Kung Fu Yoda. City of Heroes had a good run, and a lot of people were trying really hard to keep the game alive, and the developers, for whatever reason, for some ridiculous reason, said, no, we're just going to stop it. Everybody came along, and please chime in if Missing World Media, because I know we've had this discussion quite a bit. The developers were like, nah, it's over, it's done. And a lot of people came out of the woodwork that were fans, that were creators, tried to put some money together. That's like, let's negotiate selling of the IP. You know, let's keep City Heroes alive for the fans, with the fans. Let us keep the game going. Nah. Developer said, you know, NCSoft was like, nah. And so they just pulled the plug on it and let it die. Meanwhile, gosh, how many people? I mean, thousands and thousands of fans were like, don't let this die. And because it meant so much to us, but still they did. So that led to a few groups of people wanting to just create their own game. You know, if we're going to create our own heroes, why don't we put more work into it? Because we have that passion, which, as everybody here that knows 3231 and my product and every broadcast that I do, I'm a huge fan of passion. Creative people wanting to do creative things, people coming together in order to do awesome stuff. Everybody came together, and they started creating their own video games, their own, like something that would retain the love of City of Heroes, that would retain that that would be what would you call that? What's the word I'm looking for? It would retain the same heart, the same spirit. spiritual successor was the word I'm looking for. They want to develop the spiritual successor to City of Heroes. And so a few games came out, or excuse me, a few games. The word of a few games came out that they wanted to be developed, and a couple of them. Every game has the time when the plug is pulled off. Unfortunately, that is unfortunate. But when you have a fan base that want to keep it going, I don't understand, and I don't know if I'll ever understand the need for companies to just struggle and hold on to, you know, this IP when it could end up turning around when it can do something. But I mean, I don't have a corporate mind. I'll just put it that way. I never really had a corporate mind, so I don't know how the mentality works. I've always been an artist, and I've always been about, you know, the artistic thing needs to live, creativity needs to live, and if you have people that want this thing, let them have the thing. So, so a couple games are on the horizon right now uh, for development. One of which I've been cheerleading for quite a bit. Um, Called City of Titans. It started out being called, I believe, the Phoenix Project, and then eventually gained the title of City of Titans to be that spiritual successor to City of Heroes. Blocky block block. Yes. So I'm very happy to say that I'm talking to and have been talking to off and on the creators, Missing World Media, the creators of City of Titans, and I hope to, in the future, in the very near future, start bringing you streams of their development. Maybe talking to a few of the individuals that are the creators of Missing World Media, in addition to talking to people that are just generally all about comic books, and you know, I'd love to talk about writers, talk to, not just talk about, but talk to creators, artists, either actual writers or, I mean, actual artists, or um, writers, editors, whoever, about the comic book industry and everything related to it. MMOs, movies. I dig superheroes, and I have for a long time, and it's very interesting for me to talk about. For me to talk, it's interesting for me to, you know, I've certainly had discussions with friends on the topic of superheroes, original stuff, as well as, you know, the Marvel and DC and Image and all the heroes and villains, all the characters that have been made so far, and uh, so, anyways, that's the reason why I'm doing this Power and Justice broadcast. I'm going to try to do it on a regular basis, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that we've discussed it being on Wednesdays. Wednesdays, probably at 3 p.m. Um, this is pretty much just everything you see here that I just threw together. The logo, excuse me. Okay, hold on one second, guys. Give me just a moment, and I'll be right back with you. I apologize for the wait. Sorry about that. That's one thing about doing this live on the air is live streaming is that something comes up. Got to step away from the computer for a second. So. Life, you know. So okay. Commenting right now to the area. I know, you'll never know what happens. It's exciting. That's Louie, by the way. My little boy right over here. That little cat. Anything anyone want to discuss in chat, feel free to join the conversation on Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, and here in Hangouts. Because again, I'm talking to some of the developers here. Louis, you don't know Louis. Stita Siegman, fake person. So, yeah. So I just talked to the guys in one of the Hangouts and asked anything anyone wants to discuss in chat. Feel free to join the conversation on Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, here in Hangouts. I also have a Discord up and running as well. Let's see. I've been invited to talk about music. No, thank you. But let me set up. We'll do this in our general chat area as well. If I want to invite people, invites. Okay, give me just a second here, and I will type this up for you. What's the best way to do this, I guess? I can put this on screen. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll put it on screen. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. This is the... Let's see if I can increase this a little bit so y'all can read it better. This right here is the link to the Discord. I wish I could put it up in another way, but they are right there. That's the link right there. Discord.gg. I guess the HTTPS is important. Discord.gg H9MU4TA. So there you are. And I can try to figure out a way to put this up. GG! Can I just put up text? I can. Okay, let me put this up. Add existing. Right, Discord. Let's create new. Sorry, create new. Discord. I can. All right. So I'll do this. I've never done that before. There you are. So if you'd like to join the conversation, that's the Discord. Discord link right there to talk to us. I did that all by myself. I'm very proud. Gamma Granny. That's a great name for a superhero. Like the Hulk, only an old lady. Gamma Granny, that's an awesome heroine. That's exactly what I was saying. That's exactly what I was saying. So, I just received a link that I can't access currently, but I will try to tomorrow. Sounds like a person from Fallout. It does. Drink? I don't mind if I do. Thank you very much. Water, ice water. Thank you. That's what happens when you talk a lot. Your voice gets dry. You get a little... start coughing. So, sorry about that. But I received a link that I'll be very, very excited to share with you guys tomorrow. I think I'll try to do it at 3 p.m. as well. Gilda Suzanne Esla. Hello, Gilda Suzanne, on Periscope. But if you're watching right now on Twitch, on YouTube, Matt, it's me, you know me. Panda? Kung Fu Yoda. Sounds like Ian. Gamma Granny, when she partners with Alpha Atom and Buxom Beta, make the radiation rat. That's right. It's all Greek to me, but punch. I was gonna say Dirty Delta, but that sounds like a totally different genre. Right there. Jason. Oh, hey Jason, how you doing, bud? Kung Fu Yoda sounds like sounded like Ian. Or when you said Panda, I thought it might have been Panda. But hello, Jason. How are you, sir? So yeah, I got this set up right here. You guys are welcome to talk to me whenever you'd like. Let's see, cut that down. You can join our chat on Discord. In fact, Haruko, if you'd like to show everybody that you can join the chat, jump into the general chat on 3231. The link is right there below, if you'd like to jump on there. But the folks at Missing World Media wanted me to stream some of the game, talk to you guys about some of its features, as well as, I am very interested, you cannot, alright, no problem, as well as, of course, I really want to discuss comic books and MMOs and stuff. Talk about my personal experiences playing the games and dealing with superheroes. But more than that, make it a community thing. My better half is watching Ant's Life. Alright. Ant-Man's Life? Ah, see what I did there? I made it a superhero thing. But if you will allow me to, I might jump on in a little bit. I'll wait for tomorrow. I was going to do it today. Ant-Man rocked. It did rock, absolutely. I'm very happy with a lot of the movies that have come out through Marvel and DC. I'm not as happy with Ant's Life and Ant's Man, the crossover we need. Right? I would very much like to discuss the DC movies and Marvel movies. So many to talk about. So many coming up. There was some silly number for how many Marvel movies are out so far that I didn't realize. Let me see. Marvel movies released. How many was there? Was there? How many were there? Look at that. List of films based on Marvel. Not counting, not counting the earlier stuff. I mean, you got Fantastic Four, Blade. Ant-Man is Marvel, part of the Avengers. 1998, Blade. One of the first successful Marvel movies to come out. I guess you could say the Dolph Lundgren 1989 version was all right. Roger Corman's Fantastic Four remains the best FF movie, which is sad. You know what? I hadn't seen that yet. I haven't seen that. That Fantastic Four, if I remember correctly, was in 1994. I have not seen that yet. Now they do. If I'm not mistaken, Marvel, Disney now has those products. Howard the Duck, first Marvel movie released in the theater. Was it? Looking up the information right now, it says in 1944 was Captain America 15-chapter serial film. Marvel was then known as Timely Comics, but I guess, yeah, co-produced by Lucasfilm, 1986, Howard the Duck, Universal Pictures. And then the Dolph Lundgren Punisher, and then Captain America, 1990, limited theatrical release. Then the 1994 94 Fantastic Four, which is funny, 1994 Fantastic Four. Get it? New Line Cinema's Blade in 1998, which I loved. That was a badass movie. Ant's Life and Ant-Man crossover is possible. It is possible. Although, actually, wasn't Ant's Life DreamWorks? I don't think it was Pixar. I want to say it was DreamWorks, but who knows? 2000, year 2000, X-Men, 20th Century Fox. Blade 2 and the first Spider-Man came out in 2002. Spider-Man 2002, nominated for 2 Oscars. Pretty impressive. So let's talk about since Blade. You got Punisher and all that stuff. We'll see. You got Blade, X-Men, Blade 2, Spider-Man, Daredevil, X2, Hulk. They had Punisher with Thomas Jane, 2004. Daredevil, X2, and Hulk were 2003. It's Charles TV. Kenny TV, I mean. Kenny TV, what's going on, sir? Elektra, right? What's going on, Kenny? How you doing, bud? 2004 was The Punisher with Thomas Jane, Spider-Man 2, Blade Trinity, which I believe was... Blade Trinity was directed by David Goyer, who helped with, you know, the Dark Knight trilogy and all that. Hello, hello. 2005 was Elektra, and then another Fantastic Four movie. The Fantastic Four movie. X-Men: The Last Stand in 2006. 2007, Ghost Rider, which a lot of people poo-pooed. I liked it. Nick Cage notwithstanding. I thought it was a good movie. Good, how are you? I'm doing fantastic. I mean, by today's standards, we know that Ghost Rider could be amazing. But we could make an awesome Ghost Rider movie. All the Marvel Knights. I mean, we could do such amazing things with Ghost Rider. But see, 2007, I need to watch it again. You should. Uh, 2007, Ghost Rider, Spider-Man 3, and Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. And then 2008. Let's talk about this. 2008. I like the sequel. I like that the sequel sucked. The sequel to Fantastic Four. Sequel to which, sir? Because I just threw a whole bunch of names out there. Or like Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider was good, and I like the Spirit of Vengeance, the second Ghost Rider. I thought it was very, very interestingly shot. Ghost Rider. I kind of dug it. I kind of dug it. It was a lot different. You know, to be able to show Ghost Rider, first of all, in the daytime, and the way it was shot was just very interesting, like on the road and everything. It had like a very Mad Max feel to it as far as the way that it was shot. I dug that a lot. Pity the director kept trying to change what the character was. Second Ghost Rider movie, Rock, directed by the team which did Crank. There you go. That high octane sort of a direction. That absolutely, I thought it was fantastic. But yeah, Nick Cage was a little too Nick Cage, and at least, but it showed it was different. It was something different, and that's the whole thing about Ghost Rider, was doing something different. Plus, I really like that clip of Ghost Rider pissing fire. I thought that was kind of neat. Personally, I wish that could be a desktop. 2008, we got ourselves Punisher Warzone, to a lesser extent, produced under Marvel Knights banner, distributed by Lionsgate Films. But the first one was good, second Ghost Rider not so good. Agree to disagree, sir. The beauty of the internet. Nick is always he's always being Nick Fury. For many years, the best Thor was the car mechanic and Adventures in Babysitting, which was, if I'm not mistaken, Vincent D'Onofrio. I believe that was Hulk, who later on also became. He was the first one. Was he the first one? Somebody tell me if this is right or not, but Vincent D'Onofrio would have been the first one to have 2 roles in the Marvel Universe. No, let's joke. He wasn't actually Marvel's Thor. He was just Thor. But yeah, for the longest time, you're correct. That was one of the best Thors in existence. Iron Man came out in 2008, which started the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So you had Iron Man, the Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor. Oh, I skipped over one. 2009 X-Men Origins Wolverine. Okay, so I really didn't skip over much. 2010 was Iron Man 2. So you have Iron Man and Incredible Hulk in 2008. Iron Man 2 and Thor. Iron Man was in 2010. Thor was in 2011. Then you had Captain America, the First Avenger. Then you had the Avengers. Was the Amazing Spider-Man part of that? I don't think there was. I don't think he wasn't part of the cinematic universe yet. Because that was still Fox. No. Paramount. Paramount? Universal. Universal had if I remember correctly, yeah. So yeah, 2012 was the Avengers and the Amazing Spider-Man. Song request, no song request. Sorry, local weeb, no song request. Yep, this is a discussion right now. We'll get that. We'll jump on that. I'm new to the Twitch overlays and all the Twitch programs, but we'll see if we can get something like that running at some point. Let's see, Iron Man 3, the Wolverine, and Thor: The Dark World all came out in 2013. Captain America: Winter Soldier, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, X-Men: Days of Future Past, and Guardians of the Galaxy came out in 2014. All these movies. 4 movies at a time. Avengers, Age of Ultron, Ant-Man, and the Fantastic Four. Again, the bad one. I was not happy with the newest Fantastic Four. That was 2015. And Deadpool, Captain America: Civil War, X-Men: Apocalypse, and Doctor Strange in 2016. And then this year, Logan, which is one of the best Marvel movies. I would have to put Logan and Iron Man as 2 of my favorite all-time Marvel movies. It's a shame that Hugh Jackman never got into the regular universe. Iron Man 3 was the best Iron Man ever. Iron Man 3 had... That was the one with all the all the Iron Men. Logan still makes me cry. Oh, no, same here. Yeah, Iron Man 3 was... I can't remember the guy's name. But that's when they had all the automated Iron Men. The Hulkbuster and all the different models. Too many Iron Men, that's right. So Logan came out in 2017, Guardians of the Galaxy. Merhaba, says the Periscope bot. Logan, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, Sony, I'm sorry, it wasn't Universal, it was Sony. Spider-Man finally joins the MCU with Spider-Man Homecoming and Thor Ragnarok. Booyah. I got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 on the DVD. I would like to get Spider-Man Homecoming, or at least to be able to see that again as soon as possible. Thor Ragnarok, friggin' loved it. Happy's a good character. Happy Hogan, a really good character in Iron Man. In the Iron Mans. I'm a big fan of Jon Favreau. He did pretty darn good with those movies. But the last movie, of course, 2017 was Thor Ragnarok. Now, the upcoming movies, holy moly. Let's talk about Black Panther. The New Mutants, 20th Century Fox. Actually, New Mutants, 20th Century Fox. Is that still going to be under 20th Century Fox if Disney has it now? Solid director. Jon Favreau? Absolutely. And speaking non-comic book, have you seen Chef? Have you seen the movie with the chef that he did? Very cool movie. I thought that was really sweet. Oh, and Kenny, I'm just talking about Marvel comics right now. DC, holy moly. We will definitely discuss that. But we're just talking about Marvel comics, Marvel movies right now. Black Panther, The New Mutants, Avengers, Infinity War, Deadpool 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Venom, and X-Men Dark Phoenix. All this year. They're filming Venom right now. X-Men Dark Phoenix is in post-production. And as well as Black Panther, New Mutants, Avengers Infinity War, and Deadpool 2, all in post-production. So 2018 is going to be pretty badass. And the only thing not in that mix is the Venom movie, as far as the Venom movie is still going to be Columbia Pictures. It's still going to be a Sony, Sony product. But who knows? I wonder if, that's a very good question. I wonder if Venom's going to be part of the MCU. Because they allowed that with Spider-Man. It doesn't say Columbia Pictures Marvel Studios, it just said Spider-Man Homecoming was such. But what are you going to do? Hugh Jackman said he would return as Wolverine if in an Avengers movie. Now I thought that I remember hearing that was not the case, that was not going to happen. I'll have to look that up. Plus, in 2018, City of Titans should be out. If City of Titans is coming out in 2018, as well as all those movies, it's gonna be a good year for comic books. Good year to be a superhero. The stock and spandex will skyrocket. So what we got here? It's X-Men Dark Phoenix. Let's go over all the stuff that now is under the umbrella of the mouse. New Mutants, 20th Century Fox. The mouse owns that. Deadpool 2, that's the mouse. X-Men Dark Phoenix, that's the mouse. So I'll be interested to see how they're gonna label all that stuff. If that's still gonna be. And what do they call them? 21st Century Fox now? I don't know. Silver and Black. What is Silver and Black? Silver Sable and Black Cat? Oh my. Silver and Black. Alright, I'll watch that. Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger's coming later on. Silver and Black is going to be Silver Sable and Black Cat through Columbia, because it was Columbia, so I knew it was going to be something with Spider-Man. So yeah, Silver Sable and Black Cat. I'd watch that. Gambit, which is now the mouse. Captain Marvel, untitled Avengers film. Infinity Wars 2. There's a great new DC series called Dark Knight's Metal, where Batman plays a bad guy. Oh yeah. In the comic books. That's going to be interesting. I wonder if they're going to do a film project with that. Been a huge fan of C&D since a kid. Oh yeah, Cloak and Dagger. That's about this. Cloak and Dagger, wasn't that about the same kind as as like the New Mutants and all that? Weren't they around the same time? Why no Nightcrawler movie? Right. One of my favorite Marvel characters. I got a picture here that I'm gonna put up at some point. Show you how much of a fan I am of comic books. I got this picture that I'm gonna put up. Let me find a good place to. It's Team Awesome, and it consists of Deadpool, Spidey 2099, Blue Devil from DC Comics, Nightcrawler, and myself. Mr. Awesome. So somebody drew that for me, which I thought was really cool. So I'm going to get that on the wall at some point. But yeah, somebody said, who's your favorite comic book characters? Deadpool, Blue Devil, Spidey 2099, Nightcrawler. Let's see. Yeah, I look forward to the trade. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Hold on. Sorry. Alright. Captain Marvel in 2019, is that? Silver and Black Gambit, Captain Marvel, untitled Avengers film, untitled Spider-Man Homecoming sequel, as in pre-production. It's going to be in 2019. And in 2020, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in development. And then we have all the Marvel imprints, all the other labels, you know, like Kick-Ass, Kingsman, all the Mark Miller stuff. (2019) has an untitled Men in Black spin-off film, which is part of Columbia. Yeah, all that, blah, blah, blah. Pork Cabot, hello, thanks for joining the conversation. Hi, Matthew, says Tim. Currently eating lunch and playing Hearthstone. Alright, sweet. Hello, Tim and Cabby. Okay, so those are the movies for Marvel. Let's talk about releases for DC movies. Mine: Batman, Punisher, Joker, Fantastic Four. As far as your favorite heroes, very cool. Daredevil? Kenny likes Daredevil? I do too. Link me to that YouTube. Okay, youtube.com/3TWO3ONE. If anyone would like to join us, join the conversation in the future, of course, we're on YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope. The links would be youtube.com/3231. Right down here in the corner says 3TWO3ONE. YouTube.com/3231, Periscope.tv/3231, and Twitch.tv/3231. Basically, if you go on the internet, you look up 3TWO3ONE, just like it says in the bottom right hand corner, you're going to find me. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, all the Space Faces, and the My Books. But let's take a look at DC list of films based on DC Comics. Let's take a look at these here. Ciao. Let's see, what do we got here? Of course, DC live-action films include Superman 1978. Won an Oscar, nominated for 3 more. So you got 1978 Superman, 1980 Superman 2. Someone could draw all that. I'd call myself Mr. Weirdo. Rayman, what's going on? How you doing, bud? Thanks for joining the conversation. What's up with you? We're hanging out talking about, I'm good at work. Alright, man. Well, we're talking about superheroes, comic books, so feel free to join us in the conversation. But let's see, we got 1978 was Superman, 1980 Superman 2, 1982 Swamp Thing, Superman 3 in 1983, Supergirl, I forgot her name, The Legend of Billy King, I forget her name, the girl who played Supergirl, who now plays the mother of Supergirl on the Supergirl series. 1987 Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, Return of the Swamp Thing, and Batman, both in 1989. Batman Returns in 92, Batman Forever in 95, Batman and Robin in 97, and then everyone said, now I say everyone said screw Joel Schumacher, not Batman. I like Batman. I do not like Joel Schumacher. I do not like the campiness that he brought to this series. I understand what he's trying to do, but man, it would have been a lot better if they told a grittier story. And I don't necessarily say it was his fault either. You know, although he should take responsibility for bat nipples. Why would you have bat nipples on the men and no bat nipples on a Batgirl? I mean, if you got to commit to it, for crying out loud. But anyways, enough about that. Steel came out in 1977. If I included 3 more, Doctor Doom, Doctor Strange, Iron Man. If anybody, I was going to say, County Television likes guys with degrees. Batman, super smart. Fantastic Four, Reed Richards, super smart. Daredevil, he's a lawyer. Doctor Doom. What did Doctor Doom have his doctorate in? He's a scientist as well, if I remember correctly. You got a bot that agrees with you. Catwoman, 2004. Oh my gosh, Catwoman. Whew. That movie. All those DC movies, still no Etrigan. Right. Well, that's coming out. The DC Dark Universe. That's coming out. He went to Doom Medical School. Yes, you're correct. Constantine, good movie. Or as I like to think of it, John Wick, Supernatural. Dr. Doom has a dual PhD in electronics engineering, quantum physics. All right. And he went to Doom Medical School. Batman Begins, same year as Constantine in 2005. Now, Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises, holy moly. Great movies. V for Vendetta, which that was a comic book based off a graphic novel. Your worthless trivia of the day. Not worthless, down next. Stop it. I appreciate it. Superman Returns, yikes. alternate trilogy conclusion to Superman and Superman 2 while ignoring the events of Superman 3 and 4. Really? I didn't know that. I didn't know it was an alternate trilogy. Joker, Wonder Woman, no degrees. School of Hard Knocks for both of them. Richard Donner cut of Superman 2, by the way, came out in 2006. The Dark Knight 2008, the same time that Iron Man came out in 2008. In 1 year, we had both Iron Man and The Dark Knight. Unbelievable. Superman 2 Donner cut or Superman Returns were better than Man of Steel? Downick says, yup, and honestly better than Man of Steel. Please clarify. But yeah, Iron Man and The Dark Knight 2008. Coming to Superman Returns was better than Man of Steel? I'll buy that. I think Brandon Routh got the bad end of that deal, because he would have made a great, fantastic Superman, but the story was just super stalker. The Dark Knight in 2008, Watchmen 2009, great movie, even better comic. The Losers, based on a Vertigo title, with one of the coolest dudes, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, coolest dudes ever. Man of Steel was great. Superman Returns sucked. I don't think Superman Returns sucked. I thought the story wasn't very good. I thought Brandon Routh would make a really good Superman. But honestly, I mean, I personally think that Henry Cavill makes a fantastic Superman. Dem's fighting words. Kenny TV says Man of Steel was great. Superman Returns sucked. Downix says them's fighting words. Jonah Hex, we'll forget about that. Poor guy. Green Lantern, again, we'll forget about that as well. So that's 2010, 2011, all taken care of, DC. 2012, Dark Knight Rises, good movie. Man of Steel in 2013. 2016 had Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, which was like 12 movies packed into one. Well, don't get me started on that. Suicide Squad. Margot Robbie was really nice as Harley Quinn. Moving on. Wonder Woman. Mwah, fantastic movie. Wonder Woman is the Iron Man of the DC Universe. Green Lantern's director's cut, not bad. I haven't seen it, so we'll try that. But yeah, I didn't like the CGI stuff. Justice League, of course, 2017. Now upcoming. Really? I thought there'd be more than that. It looks like upcoming for DC movies, 3 projects: Aquaman, Shazam, and Wonder Woman 2. Interesting. I thought there would be more to it. There should be more to the list, absolutely. But just Aquaman, Shazam, and Wonder Woman 2. No problem, though. DC is trying to figure out how to do it. They don't need to have 12 movies in line. Marvel is fortunate enough to know how to serialize, you know, how to do the big picture. In my opinion, Wonder Woman would have been better if the story wasn't so reminiscent of the Captain America movie, just a different war. Good point. Good point. I think I am happy with. I'm very happy with the amount of respect that they paid to the movie. I mean, it's certainly done a lot. I think it seems kind of ridiculous to me at this point that Wonder Woman is such a big deal as far as films go. Still, I'm happy, but I'm just saying it's like having a. It should have been that big a deal to have a female lead superhero kicking ass. Wonder Woman should have happened a long time ago, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know what the deal is that they had such a hard, I don't know why they had such a hard time bringing Wonder Woman to exist, but it does, and they did a fantastic job. World War I is far bloodier than II. There's no clear good or bad. That's why WW something was so awesome. World War I is far bloodier than II. There's no clear good or bad. I'm not, so I don't know which one that means. Oh, that's why Wonder Woman was so awesome. Okay. I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were talking about one of the world wars, World War I or World War II. But you mean WWs and Wonder Woman? Too many W's. I got you. Yeah. So 2018, Aquaman is in post production. 2019, Shazam, Wonder Woman, and then of course we can talk about all the television. My God, No War is awesome. Well said. Well said. Someone's asking me if I am live. I'm sorry, I was checking out the wiki page, and I was not paying attention to the Hangouts page. So. All right, so that's an idea of some of the films that we can discuss. All those films that I mentioned and a lot more as things that we can actually get into detail specifically about. I want episodes of Power and Justice that are going to deal with the whole. I mean, studying each film. All the TV series, all the CW stuff. You got the Supergirl and Flash and Arrow and the Legends of Tomorrow. You got all the previous stuff, like Constantine was a fantastic TV series. I don't know why they gave up on that. And I know that Stephen Amell, who plays Arrow, was really trying to get the gentleman playing Constantine over to CW. As a matter of fact, I believe now the spoiler, I believe that he's going to be jumping in on Legends of Tomorrow. I saw a little bit of that. So some fun stuff on the DC television side of it, which they should just stick to that. Make good TV. I mean, soap operas are some of the best and longest running product consistently throughout the years. People may not like soap operas, but in all honesty, to come out with that sort of Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that's right. Constantine getting an animated series. Oh, okay. Constantine getting an animated series. That'd be fantastic. Oh, the animated stuff too. Gosh, lends itself to the genre so well. It's bursting off the page. But you have Gotham as well, and Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agent Carter, which I thought was fantastic. I don't know why they stopped doing that. That was very, very disappointing to see another timeline. I would have wanted to see like The Rocketeer. It's one of my favorite superhero movies, and I forget. I mean, it's Disney, but I forget if they actually when they came out with the comic book, who the imprint was on that. But imagine if DC had tossed their dollars and weight behind the animated stuff instead of the movies. Right, exactly. The Batman animated series coming out with serious stuff from there. Marvel 2090. I mean, Spidey 2099. I would have loved to see it as a animated series. Kazam. I don't know about that. Hello, Bot. Let me take a look at that. Rocketeer was more pulp comics than anything else, but the Rocketeer, fictional superhero, American comic books, appearing in American comic books originally published by Pacific Comics, created by First, writer-artist Dave Stevens, 1982, is an homage to Saturday matinee serial heroes from 1930s to the 1950s. IDW was the imprint. Dark Horse Comics, IDW Publishing. It's you. It is me. Haha. Shazam with Sinbad was kind of Mandela effect. Yeah, no, Shazam with Sinbad, right? Disney owns all the comic book movies, right? Disney owns all of Marvel except for Spider-Man. They basically, I believe that they have purchased, from what I last heard, that they have purchased the Fox properties, everything X-Men and Fantastic Four related, including Men in Black. All right. The only thing that they do not have is anything Spider-Man, because that's still Sony, aka Columbia Pictures. But I think they're coming to some sort of an agreement as far as that's concerned. Incidentally, 1991, Walt Disney Pictures' film The Rocketeer was directed by Joe Johnston, who also directed the first Captain America movie, which I thought was fantastic. I need to see The Rocketeer in the Marvel Universe. Can we just have that happen? We are Mickey of Borg. Your comics collective will be added to our unit. Resistance is futile. Can we have The Rocketeer, please, join the Marvel Universe? I need that to happen. I need there to be, and I would love there to have been an Agent Carter, Nick Fury, sort of a, you know, the Howling Commandos, Rocketeer and the Howling Commandos. Come on. Somebody agree with me here. I demand it. Love the Rocketeer movie. Me too. But could you imagine the Rocketeer joining the Howling Commandos? Cliff Secord gets enlisted. Maybe the timeline doesn't connect up, but holy moly. His adventures are set in Los Angeles and New York in 1938. But man, that would be so cool to see the Rocketeer. That's my wish. Disney, do me a favor. Sergeant Fury the movie, right? I just want Kurt Secord. I should have had the Rocketeer added on here as well. Spider-Man 2099, Blue Devil, Nightcrawler, Deadpool, and the Rocketeer. That was my group of misfits. That would be my superhero team right there. Thank you very much. In fact, let's see. Blue Devil would work. Spidey 2099 would work, I guess. Deadpool? Maybe Deadpool is one of the Howling Commandos? I don't know. We'll work it out. We'll bang out all the details at some point, but holy moly. Just the Rocketeer was fan-flippin-tastic. Believe me, I'm going to do a whole thing about the Rocketeer on this program as well. Still use Sam Jackson. Don't even explain how he's alive in WW2 and the modern era. Because comics, right? You can absolutely still use Sam Jackson. CGI that Sam Jackson. Make him a little younger. Or, you know, you could use Sam Jackson, but you could also and do some CGI de-aging on him. But I'd be willing to see like a younger Nick Fury, a black Nick Fury in W2. I'd be willing to see that. Patsy Walker. A Patsy Walker movie. Let's see. Give me just a moment here. Patsy Walker. Hellcat. Or the Ultimates. Or Damage Control. Damage Control would be pretty cool, yeah. Patsy Walker, Hellcat. Fictional superhero in American comic books, published by Marvel Comics. Premiered as a star of teen romantic comedy series, was later integrated into Marvel superhero franchise such as the Avengers. And okay, so Patricia Walker. That's the girl from Jessica Jones, isn't it? Damage Control, the Netflix series. Oh yeah. Yeah, Trish Walker. I didn't know it was Patsy. I forgot all about that. But yeah, Hellcat. Absolutely. Throw her into the... well, she's going to go in eventually because she was in the Avengers, it says, and she was also in the Defenders. So, hell yeah. Trish Walker. Rachel Taylor plays a version of the character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Jessica Jones, which premiered on Netflix in November 2015. Done. Abilities: well-trained martial artist and gymnast, psychic senses, force field generation, wrist-mounted retractable claws, and grappling hooks. So let's say she doesn't have the psychic senses necessarily. Maybe she has like an instinct. Force field generation could be, you know, I don't know if that's her innate ability or if that's something that the technological, but wrist-mounted retractable claws and grappling hooks. Sure. Oh, you know what would be great? Here's what happened. Here's what happened. Trish Walker got those claws that a night nurse, Rosario Dawson, picked up in Iron Fist. So she uses those claws. Haven't watched it yet, but Runaways is a series now. I haven't watched that either. Iron Man the musical. Iron Man the musical. Hey, Robert Downey Jr.'s got some pipes on him. Lady Liberators and Legion of the Unliving. Lady Liberators. She-Hulk, Valkyrie, Hellcat, Spider-Girl, Spider-Woman, Storm. Not a bad lineup. Who's that? Thundra? I've never heard of Thundra. Runaways is an awesome series. Haven't seen it yet. Looking forward to that as well. So again, this is stuff that we're just talking about, movies and television. As far as comic books is concerned, we're also going to get into video games as well. Things related to comic book video games. Tons of stuff that we can talk about that I definitely am looking forward to doing that. And in addition, because the great guys, the great folks, the great bunch of kids at Missing World Media are allowing me to stream in the future the development of City of Titans as well. Let's consider Missing World Media and City of Titans the sponsor of Power and Justice, shall we? Let's make that happen, and we will show off some of the development of that game as well, because that's what I'm looking forward to the most. It's good to hear about superheroes. It's good to watch superheroes, but it's even better to be a superhero. So let's see if we can get that going. Thundra is that super strong woman. I think showed up in the first Secret Wars. Probably wrong about that. Let's look that up right now. Luckily, we have this wonderful thing called the internet that's available to us. Thundra, Marvel. Let's do that. Squadron Supreme, Frightful Four, Lady Liberators. Hey, that's a built young lady. How you doing? Do I program? I do not program, no. I have a program. This is my program. No, I don't do any programming myself. I have always been interested in doing writing and being involved. I'm a very creative person, and this is kind of my medium as far as getting on here, sticking a camera and a microphone in my face and talking to people about fun stuff. So, I would like to at some point. And I guess I sort of got involved with the Secret Invasion. It was not Secret War. She's hot. Powerful red-haired Amazon-like warrior, or Femazon, from a matriarchal, technologically advanced future timeline where men have been subjugated by women. I welcome our female overlords. Anti-heroine. Oh, whatever. Whatever. Femazon may return to one or two fictional groups. American comics. First group called Femazons were women of Femazonia, a future world, alternate timeline where women have become Amazon-like warriors, ruling over male slaves. This world had produced Thundra, the recurrent enemy, later ally of the Thing. The second group of the Femazons was a group of all-male supervillains in Marvel Universe. Enemies of Captain America, their goal was to conquer Earth and create a utopia where women ruled. Alright. Snapdragon, Nightshade, Moonstone, Iron Maiden, and a Black Bode. Superior's lieutenants. Alright. Look at all the cool female characters here. Why isn't Marvel doing anything with this? Femazons. Listen to this list. See if you recognize any of these names. Blackbird, Iron Maiden, Moonstone, one of the Thunderbolts, Nightshade, I believe another one of them. Snapdragon. How could Inhumans be salvaged? Oh, it can't. Poor Inhumans. That TV series. Ugh. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Thundra predates Secret Invasion. I remember a comic book where she was beating up the lovable blue-eyed Ben Grimm. That's right. Anaconda, member of the Serpent Society in Six Pack. I think I remember her from Anaconda from Captain America. I believe. Arclight, member of the Marauders. I remember Arclight. Asp, former member of the Serpent Society. Battle Axe, Black Lotus, Black Mamba, Bloodlust, Bombshell, I remember Bombshell, Chimera, Diamondback I do remember, ex-girlfriend of Captain America, Ferocia, Iron Fist villainess. Why isn't Ferocia in the TV series? I tried to watch Inhumans. It was tough. It was very tough, and I'm not surprised that they canceled it. Very disappointing that they are the first ones to take the blow. But when you consider the fact that they wanted to create a TV series that they did it themselves, as far as I'm concerned, because the production of it you basically put all your money in Lockjaw, which, even though Lockjaw is fantastic, lovable, huge bulldog that teleports, that's amazing. Everything else suffered for it. You have a leading man who is a superhero who can't use his power and doesn't talk. You have, although you have basically like a mute as a like using sign language and stuff like that, it would have been kind of cool, to be able to use sign language. Not enough Lockheed, no Kamala. No Lockheed. Oh my gosh. Started off totally the wrong foot, in my opinion. You basically had Medusa, who her power was her hair, and then you shave her head. So you clip her wings. You got Black Bolt, who can't talk during the whole thing, so you clip that. You got another character, I can't remember his name, but he was the one that could see all the different outcomes of different things. I can't remember his name. Not Gorgon, but the other one. Gorgon, of course, who was kind of a Minotaur, not Minotaur, but the opposite of that. Would it be a satyr? He had hooves, and he removed his hooves. You had not Oracle. I can't remember at the moment. Just doing this off the top of my head, I can't remember the characters, but yeah, it was bad. Karnak. Karnak was the one that could see all the outcomes, and of course he lost his powers for a little bit, which was like, okay. If you have a superhero team and they all have the inability to use their power throughout the majority of the season, then yeah, that's bad. So what you gonna do? Triton out of the picture right off. Right, exactly. So, you know, that would have been, to do the Inhumans as an animated series would have been fantastic. I think that's probably how they should have went with it. They should have went with animated series of the Inhumans. Appeal to the younger crowd, but make it, you know, make it grown up, you know, like a nighttime animated series. You could do that. You could absolutely do that. A nighttime cartoon, put some, like, you know, for semi-mature type material in there. Why didn't they do that? But no, that's all right. Can't win them all. Speaking of animated series, Titans is going to come out. A live-action Titans series. Hello. Let me look that up for a second here. Titans TV. Titans series. DC. 2018 upcoming American web television series that will air on an unnamed DC Comics digital service. Nope. That's Greg Berlanti-verse. Akiva Goldsman, Jeff Johns, Greg Berlanti. That'll include Robin, Starfire, Raven, Beast Boy, I think. Yeah, who else is going to be in that as well? I think they said Hawk and Dove were going to be in that as well. And who was the other one? I am sick of these new streaming services. Can't afford $10 a month from every studio network. Right, exactly. You end up paying like $200 just to watch one movie from each of them. Yep. Can anyone name the one member that was the traitor of the Teen Titans? Had like a brown outfit, blonde hair, curly blonde hair. I believe was sort of an Earth-based character. I can't recall. But yeah, Beast Boy, Raven, Starfire, Robin, or Nightwing. Should be Nightwing, but whatever. Why they haven't come out with a Nightwing series or Nightwing movie. Unbelievable. So yeah, Titans are going to be cool. Put in some Deathstroke in there. Trauma streaming. Yeah, every IP is gonna have its own streaming service. That's unnecessary. But so okay, that's gonna be it for me because I went over the 1 hour mark. I went an hour and a half with this current episode. So just to give you an idea of some of the stuff that I'm going to be doing. A lot of things that we can discuss. Everything that we mentioned we can discuss in detail, individually, on episodes. Terra, that's right. Thank you very much. Syntax Error 37. Terra. I appreciate that. So, that's just to give you an idea of some of the stuff that I want to do in the Power and Justice. Obviously, I could talk for hours. I could talk for days. But more importantly than that, I want to entertain you guys, not just talk. So somebody on the in the Google Hangouts discussion was saying comic book superhero related. While I could have a big discussion on where the line is between superhero and action hero, first I want to say that the trailers for Black Panther have me super jazzed. Yes. That was Sir Tim. Thank you, Tim. I agree with that as well. But we could absolutely have a discussion on where the line is drawn between superhero and action hero. There's a lot of things that I would like to discuss, and I would like you to join me in that discussion. Starting tomorrow, 3 p.m. We're going to shoot for 3 p.m. and maybe change the times a little bit as we go. This is all up in the air. I threw this all together here. This thing on the bottom, I threw this all together in like a couple of minutes. The good news is Disney now owns most of the Hulu, so maybe that'll consolidate. That would be fantastic. What's the series? Was Hulu? Hulu, is that the? That's not New Mutants. Hulu is not? Wait, is that Runaways? What is the product that Hulu has? You look very healthy. I feel very healthy. Thank you very much. MX Demon 43 giving us a giving me the medical, give me a nice bill of health there. Appreciate it. Thanks for signing off on that, doctor. Yeah, I'm not sure what the Hulu product is. You're welcome. But yeah, we're gonna have some cool discussions, and I want to play a video game that's in development called City of Titans, where you can be a superhero, and I want to show you guys how it's made for fans, by fans, the spiritual successor to a fantastic game called City Heroes, and we'll discuss City Heroes itself and the history behind that and some of the great stuff. We'll see what we can scour on the internet for content to talk about City Heroes. I know there's a lot of people. What's my favorite Batman comic? My favorite Batman comic? I don't know. I like just the detective comics that had like the episodic kind of adventures, like the no particular chronological order of Batman adventures. You know, that threw in like a Killer Croc or threw in Poison Ivy. You know, like it kind of gives me the old school villain of the week kind of vibe. I dig that a lot. Killing Joke is epic. Killing Joke is pretty cool too. Yeah. But I like old school comic, the feel of old school comic books. You know, where the golden age. You know, certainly putting some modern spin on a lot of the stuff is cool, but the whole villain of the week, monster of the week sort of vibe, that kind of pulpy aspect of it, I dig that a lot. So, but yeah, we will discuss more, absolutely. I'll be on tomorrow. We're going to try again, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesdays. And then depending on how we do, depending on how everybody feels about it, maybe we can switch stuff up. But this is the next few episodes that we're going to do of this on Wednesdays is going to be a trial, a trial basis. And just get things going and talking. And as long as you guys show up on YouTube and on Twitch and on Periscope, that's Twitch TV, twitch.tv/3231 or youtube.com/3231 or periscope.tv/3231 or the apps. Feel free to use the apps. But I'll be trying this on a weekly basis, seeing how it goes, and changing things every once in a while, evolving along with the content. I hope you do enjoy it, and I hope you did enjoy tonight as well. Let me know. Leave me comments on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and all the face spaces and the snap tubes. If you looked up 3231, which is right down here in the bottom right hand corner, it says 3TWO3ONE. If you look that up on Google, at 3231 on most social media. You'll find me there, and I'd like to hear your feedback. You can also go to 3231@gmail.com. Email me any questions and comments and suggestions about future episodes. But that's it for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. Again, my name is Matt. This is Power and Justice episode 0 wrapping up. Enjoy your Tuesday, and keep your schedule open for tomorrow. Tomorrow, Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Love you, bye.